pianohooks.com for full lessons. For now, here's the simple version.
For the song Bengawan Solo, we are going to learn the first verse in 4 parts. The first thing we want to do is locate the middle of the keyboard. On this 88-key keyboard, the middle is just the space in between a group of 3 black keys and a group of 2 black keys. For the right hand, we are going to be focusing on the bottom black key of this middle group of 2 black keys. For the left hand, we locate one group lower. This is a group of 3 black keys, and we will be playing the lowest or the leftmost black key. We are focusing on only using one finger in each hand, so just choose which finger is more comfortable for you. Once we have this starting position here, part 1 goes like this. We find our starting positions. We have the leftmost black keys of these groups of 2 and 3 black keys. The right hand will start first. It will repeat this black key twice. Step up to this black key. Now drop down to play the top black key of this group of 3 black keys. And then jump up to play the bottom one of this group of 2 again. Just like we started. When we do that, both hands will play together. So we find our starting positions here. We have the leftmost black keys of these 2 groups of black keys. The right hand starts first. It repeats this key twice, steps up a black key, drops down to play the top black key of this group of 3 black keys, and then jumps up to the starting key again. So we'll remove the left hand for now and just focus on the right hand. We play 1, 2, step up, drop down, and jump up. So notice we are playing only black keys here. And again, we repeat this first key twice. 1, 2. Step up, drop down, and come back to the middle here. We find our left hand position. The right hand plays 1, 2, 3, 4 keys, and on the 5th one, both hands play together. And one more time. Right hand repeats that key twice, steps up, drops down, and when it jumps up to the middle, both hands play together. For part 2, the left hand will have a little bit more work. We jump from this low black key up to play the white key just to the right of these 3 black keys. It will then jump up to play the first key that the right hand was playing in part 1, and then finally it will drop down. So we will play this white key, this black key, and then we drop down. We have 3 keys here to play, and that is for the left hand. For the right hand, we will be starting off by playing the leftmost black key of this group of 3 black keys. So we find our left hand position, our right hand position, and part 2 will sound like this. Once we have our positioning here, the left hand will play first and it will hold. The right hand will then play this black key, step up a black key, step up one more, and then when it comes back down here to the middle one, the left hand will move up a black key and both hands will play together. Let's try that again. So we have our position here. Left hand goes first, then the right hand plays. Step up, step back down, and the left hand will jump up here. From here, the right hand will step down a black key, and when it jumps up to play the top black key of this group of 3 black keys, the left hand will drop way down and play the bottom black key of this group of 3 black keys. Let's try that again. So we find our starting positions here. Left hand plays first, right hand goes, steps up. When it steps down, the left hand will jump up, right hand will step down, and then both hands will move away from each other and play these 2 black keys. Let's review parts 1 and 2. We find our starting position for part 1, and the right hand goes first. Repeats this key twice, steps up a black key, drops down, and when it jumps back up, the left hand will play. Now for part 2, the left hand jumps up to this white key, and the right hand jumps up to this black key. The left hand plays and holds. The right hand plays this black key, steps up. When it steps down, the left hand comes up. Now from here, the right hand steps down and both hands jump apart. Now I'm using my middle fingers here for demonstration, but you can feel free to use any other finger you would like. Let's try it with some different fingers here. We find our position for part 1. Right hand goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Both hands together. Now both hands move up. Left hand goes first. Right hand plays 1, 2, 3. On the 4th time, the left hand comes up. Then the right hand steps down and both hands jump apart.
What song should I do next? Leave a comment below.
For part 3, the right hand will have the same starting position as part 1, and the left hand will find the same position as part 1. Notice it's the bottom black key of a group of 3 black keys, and what we're going to do is move it down to play the top black key of this group of 2 black keys. So this will be our starting position for part 3. Part 3 sounds like this. The right hand will end up going first. It will play this bottom black key of a group of 2 black keys, then drop down to play the top black key of this group of 3 black keys. And when it jumps back up, the left hand will play with it. Now notice it has a bit of a clashing sound. They're not sounding too good together, but that's because it's missing some of the other tones in the harmony. And if you want to learn more about that, you can check out pianohooks.com and sign up for the Play What You Want course. And then you will be able to figure out how to add more tones and build harmonies around the melodies. What we are doing here is just doing the very basics. You're learning the melody and you're learning the bass tones. We're not adding any other filler in here. Okay, so let's try that again. The right hand plays this black key first, drops down. When it jumps back up, both hands play together. Now from here, the right hand will jump way up to play the top black key of this group of 3 black keys. Let's try that again. So right hand plays 2 keys here, then jumps up, and both hands play together. And from here, it jumps way up. Now the next part, the right hand will step down a black key. Notice it's playing the middle black key of this group of 3 black keys. The left hand will jump up here and copy that. So they will play copycat keys. Okay, let's try that again. Find your position for part 3, and the right hand goes drop down, come back up and play together. Big jump up. Now both hands play copycat keys. And from here, the right hand will play a V shape. So it'll come down to this white key and then to this black key. That forms a triad. Now, if you follow my video on basic chord patterns, you'll be able to see that we break this down into this V shape. So that's a D flat major triad. So both hands played together here, and the right hand formed this V pattern. And then we'll add some more tones after that. Let's find our position for part 3 and see what we have here. So right hand goes first, drop down, come back up and play together. Big jump up, and both hands play copycat keys of each other. And it does that V shape coming down. Let's review parts 1, 2, and 3. We find our starting position for part 1. The right hand goes first. 1, 2, step up, drop down, then hands together. Now both hands move up. Left hand goes first. Right hand steps up, comes down to the middle, and the left hand steps up a black key. Then the right hand steps down, and both hands jump apart. Now we get ready for part 3. We move our hands. Right hand plays 2 black keys first. Then when it comes back, the left hand joins. From here, the right hand does a big jump up. Now both hands move in to play copycat keys here. And the right hand then goes down to a white key and down further to a black key. And one more time. This is the starting position for part 1. Part 1 goes repeat, step up, drop down, come back to this key, and both hands play together. Now part 2, both hands move up, left hand plays and holds, right hand plays, steps up, comes down, and the left hand goes up, both hands playing black keys. Right hand steps down, then both hands jump apart. Now they're both playing in these groups of 3 black keys. The right hand's playing the top one, and the left hand is playing the bottom one. Now we move to part 3. Right hand plays 2 black keys here, then when it comes back, the left hand joins. The right hand does a big jump up, and then both hands come in to play the middle black keys of these groups of 3 black keys. And from here, the right hand drops to make this V pattern. We'll add one more key to part 3 here. So after we had these copycat keys and did the V pattern, the right hand will step up a black key. For part 4, the right hand will be playing the white key to the left of this middle group of 3 black keys, and the left hand will be playing the bottom black key of this low group of 2 black keys. This is our starting position for part 4. and part 4 goes like this. Once we have our position for part 4, both hands will play at the same time. The right hand will jump up to play this top black key of the group of 3 black keys. So far we played these 2 keys. Then the right hand will do a big drop down to play a copycat key. So notice, both the left hand and the right hand are playing the leftmost black keys of these groups of 2 black keys. So these hands went together on these keys, big jump up and then big drop down to copy. Okay, so let's try that again and add some more. Both hands play together, right hand jumps up and does a big drop down. From here, the right hand will step down to play the white key just beside the top black key of this group of 3 black keys. So one more time from part 4. Both hands together, right hand jumps up and big drop down, then just a little step down. From here, we have 2 black keys to play. So the right hand steps up and it will drop down very close to play this nearest black key. When the right hand does that, the left hand jumps up and plays the other side of this group of 3 black keys. So we have a group of 3 black keys. The right hand is playing the top, the left hand is playing the bottom. Okay, from the beginning of part 4, we find our starting position here. Both hands go together. Right hand jumps up to a black key, drops down to this low black key, then steps down to a white key, steps back up, and then both hands move in together for the finish. Let's review parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. We find our starting position for part 1. The right hand goes first, plays 1, 2, 3, 4 keys, and when it plays the 5th, the left hand joins. Now for part 2, both hands move up. Left hand plays this white key and holds. Right hand plays this black key, the bottom one of a group of 3. Steps up, steps up. When it steps down, the left hand will step up to this black key. Both hands play together. Then the right hand steps down. And from here, both hands jump apart. Now we find the first position for part 3. Right hand plays 2 black keys, and then on the 3rd, the left hand joins in. From here, the right hand does a big jump up. And now remember, both hands come in to play copycat keys of each other. So it sounds much more pleasant here. The right hand will play this V pattern. Then it will step up a black key. And now for part 4, we find our position for part 4. Remember, our hands are quite far apart here. Both play together. Right hand jumps up a black key and drops down, big drop. Step down to this white key. And now for the finishing touch, we step up and both hands come together. And let's review all 4 parts one more time. We find our position here. The right hand goes first. Now we want to focus on rhythm. So let's try and get the proper rhythm here. So the right hand will go short, short, long, short, and both hands play long. Then for part 2, both hands move. Left hand plays first, the right hand goes short, short, short. Both hands move in for long. The right hand goes short, and then both hands move apart for long. Now the position for part 3 is down here. The right hand plays first, short, short, hands together, long. Right hand big jump up, short. Both hands move in together, long, short, long, short. Now part 4, short, long, short, long, short, and then hands together for long. And one more time. Short, short, long, short, long. Part 2. Short, 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 long, short, long. Part 3. Short, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, short, long. This is part 4. Short, long, short, long.
To take your playing to the next level, become a member at pianohooks.com. And if you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe.